So I'm Kate St Hill. I'm an interiors stylist, design consultant, and I've got a blog which shares simple design for everyday living. I like to create elegant, timeless spaces where the things in it become the story, the texture, the life, and the walls are a neutral background. So this is my favourite room in the house. It used to be 2 rooms when we first moved in, and both were quite dark and small. And we knocked down the wall in between them to make one big open plan space, which is much lighter and brighter. One person can be cooking in the kitchen and you can still see the other one on the sofa, relaxing. And when we have friends round or entertaining, it's nice because we're all in one space. So this sofa is the Femto Sofa from made.com. It's a 3-seater corner sofa, so there's plenty of room for both of us to stretch out when we're watching TV. I like its clean lines and minimal design. It's nice and simple. The ceiling lamp is from Ikea. It's quite a bold shape. The ceilings are quite high, so it has a little bit of impact when you walk into the room. My favourite piece of art, it's quite a special piece because I got it for my 30th birthday from all my family. It's by an artist called Lisa Giles. She's based in Peckham and she creates simple collaged artwork. These are postcards from all the nice exhibitions I've been to, so I thought I'd frame them in some simple habitat frames, and it just makes a really easy, affordable piece of art. A few of the artworks are very carefully positioned to hide plugs and things, which is quite a handy trick because they can be so ugly. So I quite like leaning pictures against the wall. That's the Samsung Serif Tv, which is designed by the Burlek brothers, who are based in Paris, and it's designed to not look like a TV at all. So I do like simple minimal interiors, but I also like having a few objects which tell a story of the person who lives there and gives an expression of who you are. So I love collecting magazines, books, and I use them to decorate surfaces of side tables and the coffee table. I'm obsessed with magazines like Kinfolk, Elle Decoration and Serial magazines. The lamp is from Menu. I like how it harks back to old oil lamps. It's got a little brass knob which you can use to turn it on and off. This cushion's from the John Lewis and Paternity range. This one's from a small independent company called Happy & Co. And then I like to get lots of linen covers from H&M. They do really nice, affordable linen. The rug is from West Elm. I always like to place a rug under the furniture so the room feels grounded. I've always wanted white painted floors. So as soon as we bought this place, we ripped up the laminate and sanded the original boards and painted them white. So I've kept all the books in a similar colour tone with greens and whites and greys. I just think it makes it look a bit more calming and relaxing to the eye. I have a big thing for candles. I love having candles around. Byredo is some of the best. I've recently seen that they're doing them in TK Maxx, which is a bit of a secret. So the chair's from Menu, which is a Danish brand. It's the same brand which does the little lamp there. So the walls are blackened by Farrow & Ball. It's a grey with quite a lot of blue tones, which works because the room is south-facing. If you had a north-facing room, I'd go with a light grey which has more yellowy or beigey tones in it because the light's a bit different in a north-facing room. It's an Ikea Kitchen and the cupboards are called the Dinge Grey. Because we had quite a small space and we're running the kitchen just along one wall, I wanted to maximise every inch of space, so I took the units right up to the top of the ceiling. The tiles, I really liked the look of Metro tiles, but I wanted something just a teeny bit different and something which maybe wouldn't date, so I decided to arrange them vertically and use grey grout to bring out the shape of the tiles. So we don't have a lot of worktop space. A lot of the worktop is taken by the sink and the hob. I got these light fittings which also have plugs in them. First of all, that the plugs don't ruin the look of the tiles, but also they've got some hooks so we can put some mugs or utensils and keep them up out the way of the worktop. The trolley is also from Ikea. It's just really useful for having bits to hand. So the dining table is from a Danish brand called Mutter. I like that it gives a very subtle hint of colour with the green. I've then got a bench from Ikea and some sort of mismatched chairs, 2 from Hay and 1 from Fredericia. They're both Danish companies. This tray is from Muto. It's the same brand as the table. It just keeps any clutter in one place. The shelf is a string pocket shelf. It's a Scandinavian company and they come in modules, so you could build it up and create a whole wall of them. The room is painted in Pays Noir by Farnball. It's a pinky grey which has quite a muted tone, so it's quite good if you don't want to have a bright pink or a girly pink. Feels a bit more neutral. The dressing table, bench and bed are from West Elm. They're all part of the same range. I think it's a mid-century range with the dark wood. The dressing table has a beautiful marble top, which brings a bit of understated luxury to the room. The small mirror is from Norman Copenhagen. I quite like that it has a little tray base so you can put a few lotions and potions in it. These lamps are from Menu and I quite like them because they're really flexible. You can either have them hanging down with the string coming out the top. You can move the string so that the light is directed towards the bed. The ceiling lamp is from Ikea. It comes as flat sheets of paper and then you crumple them to create the shade, and it was super affordable. I think it was only about £5. The wardrobes are the Pax ones from Ikea. You can probably tell I've got a bit of a thing for Ikea. The Pax wardrobes are great because they're customizable inside. You can either have drawers, shelves, hooks, wire baskets which pull out, and you can adjust the arrangement of them inside. So my boyfriend's got more storage for shoes. I've got more drawers for clothes. This is the spare room, but because I work from home, it's also my home office. As I'm an interior design consultant and I have a lot of creative projects on the go, I wanted to have these open shelves which I could create almost a visual, physical mood board. So I'll have lots of samples on there and paint swatches and materials from various projects, and it just helps me see it all in one go and creates a beautiful piece of art. And you could also put them in a bedroom or a living room to display art. The desk is from Ikea. They do different legs, tops and drawer units which you can mix and match. So because it's an old house, everything's a bit wonky, so the floors are sloping. Initially, when I wanted to put some chest of drawers or a more traditional piece of furniture, I found that it was tilting and the drawers would come out. So I got these from Ikea and they screw into the walls. I've used the top as a surface to decorate and display items. So I've got a few framed pieces of art, some magazines. So this paint colour is Lamp Room Grey by Farnball. It's quite a small dark room and it's also north facing. In a north facing room, you really want to embrace a bit of that moodiness. If you put white, it'll just look a bit grey and dull. Also, to make the room feel a teeny bit bigger and the ceilings just a little bit higher, I've painted the skirting boards, the door frame and the window frame and the radiator all in the same colour. The garden, when we first moved here, it was completely overgrown. There were weeds everywhere. And I wanted to create something really low maintenance, which I didn't have to do a lot of work to. So I've put cream gravel across the garden. I put in black fencing to create a nice contemporary end to the garden. So I did the garden makeover in collaboration with Wyvale Garden Centre. So all the pebbles are from Wyvale, the fire pit, the 2 chairs at the back, the black planters. That planter over there is actually a plain wooden planter which you can build together. I just painted it black to match with the fence. The white chairs are from Ikea. They're great because you can leave them outside all weathers. One of my favourite plants is the chocolate cosmos. It has little black flowers and amazingly it smells of chocolate.